Good morning. Today is the second step on my new collage journey. In our last video, I spent some time sharing my two similar projects with you, my collage books. So they are up here. And at the same time, I collaged the front cover and the back of this composition book. The whole point of this is to make me happy with pretties in something as simple as a composition book. I was not able to find the old black and white ones. So those first two that I just showed you were black and white, and they certainly did bring me back to my childhood. But they don't seem to have these anymore, or at least they didn't at Walmart. So we have a little bit more modern one, but it is sewn, as you can see. So we collaged the front and back covers and glued together three pages. I like to work on 3 pages at a time because it gives some heft to what I'm doing. It's just something that I fell into doing on those other two, and I really liked what happened. So I was thinking that I would look around last evening for some ideas for the front cover. And the first thing I'm going to share with you are some things that I thought I might use. I might use some of that and some of that. And then I went in digging in a drawer and found some things that I now remember doing. I dyed these strips of white fabric myself, and I don't know why this one was on this pile, probably because I didn't know quite where else to put it. So I think I'll turn that other light back on. There we go. Right in my eyes, but worth it. So I definitely can't imagine not having that somewhere on the front cover, but I have that as an option. And then I found these 2 bits, some lace that I remember I sold up all of it in my when I had an Etsy shop, and I found this, which I've had for quite a while and really like so much, and it seems to work well here. And of course, digging more deeply, I found these bits, and this is just a lovely piece of fabric. I think I have a larger piece of this, and this is just a tear off. And what else is here? I didn't really go that much. Oh, pretty. So another possibility. I'll leave it out. Oh, and I like this one so much. Oh, and I've obviously used it already. Okay, so another possibility. Well, as you can see, this is where I am now. And of course, nothing will do without finding some lace. Don't know whether I'll use some of or all of it, but I have this pretty piece and this piece, and I thought if I decide to cover up that gray, I could use this. Well, at least my mind's eye says I can use this. Can I use this? We'll see. Well, maybe just to tone down that gray. What do you think? I wish you could tell me. So here's this piece, and this is just longing to be a background or to be chopped up. I don't know. Have quite a few of this kind of thing. So that's the next step after getting the front cover and getting the first page of the collage ready. I haven't even gotten to thinking about the inside of the covers. That will be later. So I'm going to I'm going to get all of this out of the way now because I thought, I do believe I'm a girl with some collage bits saved. So, that's stacking out of the way. Oops, let me get up and put it up here. And then, on my shelf and in a drawer, I found this pile. Yes, have I been saving papers every time I saw something that tickled me and thought, oh, for collage? Well, here is collage time, and this paper was in one of my drawers. Let's take a quick walk down memory lane. As you can see, it's cut from a lot of these pieces are cut from magazines, and I can use them because it's mine. I'm not. Although I could use them in something sold, but I don't do that anymore. I do things for myself, such as this job, or to make Happy Mail. And so, some happy pieces there. Now, hydrangeas. Oh my. Do remember hydrangeas. Childhood memories of flowers are quite strong. What a beautiful piece. I don't really have any remembrance of what magazine these came from, sorry. But, oh my goodness. Could have been from a book too. Don't know. Writing materials. I don't remember. But wouldn't these be pretty for the fall? And there we go. And this next one, bits and bobs. The Eiffel Tower, Nuremberg Cathedral, churches, buildings. In case I get an urge for buildings, I always like to have some greenery. If you start a collection of your own, save nice things of greenery because it can be cut out and used. It doesn't have to be used whole. It can be collaged. It can be chopped at, as I want to say. A little Egypt, another little building. Oh, this must be my, yes, this must be my my building section. Let's do it this way because I've already used a bit of that in another project. I think these came out of catalogs that a museum was giving away because they were outdated. Maps. Just things that might work. There's one of those unknown name calls. Sorry about that. Here. Oh, this is from a Somerset studio. But they do have some lovely things, and I used to purchase them, but then I stopped because, oh my, I forgot about her. We have to remember her. Oh yes. So, inspiration. More inspiration. This must have been on the cover because the paper is rather heavy. Oh goodness, I am a person who remembers when telephones either rang and then when you hung them up they were finished. But these have a life of their own. They want to have things done the way the telephone wants it. I won't begin. More. Aren't these pretty? And I do believe I have a stencil that might work with that. Okay. Okay. A lot of these also were used, I used to use when I watercolored this, and this was an inspiration for a watercolor that I did when I was taking watercolor lessons. Okay. And I used part of this in one of my previous collages. I remember that now. And birdies. I can't be without some birdies. And cardinals, oh my. And robins, oh my. These are from, obviously, from old calendars. Yes, birdies. In case we want a birdie, please remind me that I have birdies. And here are some papers I had in a rather large book. Oh, these were wrapping paper, and they came in a book, a selection, and aren't they lovely? These tickle me right to death. Yes, these were wrapping papers in a book that I found in an antique mall for something like $10. Can you believe that somebody let me have this whole book like this for $10? And now, this came in a similar, these pieces came in a similar large book. Antique mall, of course. And they have been, as you can see, excuse me, let me have a little sip of water. As you can see, they have been used for collage. And calendars again, 2002. See, the pieces, the bits and pieces, are, I don't really look at it as, because I wouldn't be interested myself in doing anything quite this large, but all of these are the reason they're here. Pretty. And the girls are wearing winter clothes. They have hats on. This is a snowman, so wouldn't this be a pretty frame on a piece of collage? Well, that was just from one drawer in my stack. Then I looked up onto my shelf over my head and found these folders. And I promise this is it. I don't have any more stashed away. Now I'm going to do it this way because this is the way I found them this morning. Be Still My Heart, Stitchery Pictures. This is the kind of stitchery that I did for 40 years. And aren't these just wonderful? Stumpwork. I don't remember which book they came from, but aren't they a wonder? And yes, that deeply dimensional flower is stitchery. It's Stumpwork. I did it for so long, and then I somehow decided that I really, after 40 plus years, I needed a change, and I tried mixed media, and one thing led to another and evolved to where I sit today. more small ones, smaller ones, let's say, all stitchery, probably out of some stitchery books that I was deciding I didn't want and didn't want to get rid of, but I since they were mine and I had so many of them, I did this. Now I have pieces. This is the picture. This is a stitchery inspiration that's inspired by this picture. Oh my, there were just more hours in a day. I could do it all. Maybe not so much anymore with my chemo fingertips. And as you can see, stitchery. What's this one? Colored collage inspirations. Okay. Colored painting inspirations too, don't you think? I was just about at this step in my evolution, when journals got to me. I got bitten by the bug. But I let go of these because someone who did that kind of stitchery, which is certainly not this type of, this also takes my heart. So, oh well. Oh well. I wonder if we might try painting a part of this. As I said, we just weren't held down to 24 hours a day. And the next one is neutral collage pieces. Neutrals. And I do love doing neutrals. Now, here's a good example. Here's a good example of why I would have kept something like this. This could be cut out, fussied, well, not even fussied, kind of cut. This could become a lovely piece of collage on a bigger piece. Let me show you. Let me show you. Now, of course, the edges would be softened and so forth, but can't always look at things in the entirety. Sometimes you have to squint down and now you're left with this. Now that is a joy to have for the purposes of collage. And you'll see that I'm taking off the straight edges. Now, a very pretty piece to be worked with. Oh. Oh, some books. Oh, some books, one of which is on the shelf upside down. Isn't that the way the world is? Love it. One is lying down. Okay, I'm going to take this out right now, and because books. We're going to have books in the first few pages. Okay, neutrals. A piece of tissue from the art store that I went to the other day, Ready Arts, R-E-D-D-I Arts, on Main Street in Jacksonville. And I noticed they still have lots of this kind of pretty stuff hanging up on the wall there. This is what's left. Oh, and this. The way I just cut out this little one for you, this works exactly the same way. These work exactly the same way for a collage job. And of course, go find a better stone wall than that one. That's why it's tucked in here. In fact, it's going to go to the front because I imagine that I will be looking for it. Want a building or a part of, you never know. So that's in the neutral section. Okay, that one. Next, whoops. Next is big collage pieces. It could be blue and green. Oh, I don't know. B and G. Could be blue and green. Let's look now. Let's look now. That one goes in this one. This is a piece from my mixed media days. Husband calling. I'll be right back. That was my husband telling me that he's coming home from flying his model airplanes with his friends. Yes, this is a I think this is acrylic paint that I did ages ago. So, we'll see. Oh, haha. Okay, watercolor and from February 16. Kept that. For what reason? I don't know. I just like it. Another one of mine. This was, no, Carol, that doesn't make sense. Now let's have a little sense going here. There, that's a page out of one of my spiral books, and the paper's so heavy that I think that it's either acrylic paper or watercolor paper. That was in my purple phase, as you can see. Some of this is stenciled on acrylic, and all of my acrylics. What is this one? On February 2017. This is a collage. As you can see, I cut out bits and pieces that I just gave you an example of. This is a piece of fussy cut. And this is a separate piece, and this separate piece, and the background. So this is an example of what I love to do more than anything. This is my much loved gold paint in through a small stencil. A collage from 2017. Must be something else here. Oh! Oh my, yes, okay. These were two bits and bobs that were like that. Was a spread. And here they are. Get back a little bit so that you can see it a little bit better. Okay. All of these are pieces from my stash of magazine papers. And I added some doodling and some stenciling and some doodling around the stenciling. And Carol in February 2017. I didn't realize that I kept that many of them. This is when I was trying to do abstract. Abstract is really difficult for me. This is what I got out of it. And I can tell already that my very famous and loved palette knife is involved in this. I've had that palette knife for ages. Another page when I was originally doing mixed media. And yes, collage. Collage with watercolor. Yes, and some stenciling on the background. Oh, I just kept that because I thought I should. Oh, okay, run off from a very early, maybe 2015, mixed media paper. Another inspiration piece. And more. Oh. Whoa. Isn't that just, that's going to go up here with the book paper. Something is going to happen soon with that one. Bits to keep. More of my abstract acrylic. More of my abstract acrylic. Another page from a spiral journal. Yeah. This is really, I hope if you're bored to death, you'll just go ahead, because I'm down memory lane and I can't stop now. Aren't those fish beautiful? Coloration. And this is, I want to try napkins. And this is the effect down at the bottom. That's fine. So, okay. I don't care about that one because that piece is copy paper. Is this last? Yes. Vintage Memories papers now. I'm having a feeling that this was from a notebook. Could be a book that the pages were removable because of the grizzled edges. Florals and Nature, Memories of a Lifetime, Sterling Publishing. Copyright. 2005. And wonderful bits for collaging. A lot of them quite Victorian. I've used a piece quite Victorian, some more modern. Seed packet, and so on and so on. Now, given my choice as in my evolution, I would enjoy using the papers in these folders more than these. Oh, this must have been quite a book. I imagine this was a score, 50% off at Joanne Fabrics. Looks like that kind of a thing. Now that was going, I have to say, that's going to stay at the bottom of the pile. I think I'll start adding some of the bits to my Happy Meal packets. So, do I have enough to get my Collage Mojo working? I think so. I do think so. I'll leave that one out. And here. And here. And these packets from Antique Mall Finds, and all of the other ones. I guess it's fair to say that I could collage for the rest of my life and be happy doing it. Be very happy doing it. So if you want to join me on this voyage, I will be seeing you soon. Please, if you have enjoyed this share, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I do enjoy them and I do answer them, and I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Bye now.